Hey guys, John here with another Construct 2 tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a top-down zombie-like shooter, but this one's going to be have a little bit more detail than just the basic shooter because you're going to have more of a inventory and a system to where you can actually build stuff. So you'll have like say tin cans, and then say you have like shrapnel or whatever and explosives. Well, you can build some sort of like shrapnel grenade, or say you have uh, like strips of cloth and some sort of like gooey like healing medicine. You can create a bandage, basic stuff. Um, because that's what a lot of guys have been asking for. And I finally actually put together a little system that's going to work, but we're going to build the entire game or little tutorial game so you guys can see how I do it. So as you can see, I have a little box, I have these little nodes so that we can see that we're actually moving. We have an actual gun, so we have a flashlight, and the scene's going to be mostly dark, but I haven't put that in yet because I want us to see, the basics before we actually get straight into it. So we're going to run the layout. I have this in a node web kit. As soon as it loads up. Construct 2, powered by Sierra.com. Okay, so we have this little guy and he's moving to the direction of our mouse. And then we can move up and down. There's a gun. We click on it, boom, and then we have it. And then he's got a shooting animation. Shooting animation only has 3 frames, so you're not actually gonna like see it a lot. But the link is gonna be down below. But if you guys want to test it out or play around with the file, but you're gonna see him switch between the actual animations because it's a little. I'm not gonna. The animations are set very different between idle with gun and him shooting, so you're gonna see a little bit difference. Also, there's a little frame change. So we're now moving. As you can see, I actually increased the frames per second to 15 so we could see it's a little bit more hurried. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hit number 1, and it's gonna load up the frames for him without the gun. So there we go, him with just his flashlight, and then he has a hit effect. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to pin a collision box or a 2D box to his fist, and whenever that hits something, it's going to register, hey, I just got hit by a box. That says if I get hit by this, I have a minus of 15 health, or say he hits a broken wall, he can smash it then. So boom, and he can walk around, and then he has an idle. All right. So if we switch over to number 2, boom, he has his gun, and then he shoots. He has his regular idle walk. So very basic stuff. I'm gonna go over the code now. Okay, so the key to all of this is a player state. So you have basically 1. So anything that equals 1 is going to say, hey, you're going to basically play these type of animations. Anything that is the reference to state 2 or number 2 is going to play these sets of animations. So for every tick, he's going to angle toward mouse X and mouse Y. That's basically the 2D coordinates for when your mouse is in top-down mode and you're just flying circles around the character. He's going to actually look toward where that mouse is being rendered on your screen, and he's going to look at it. So up arrow pressed, and also, so if the up arrow is pressed and the player's state is 1, we're going to set the set animation to move underscore flashlight, play from beginning. The same thing with left arrow, down arrow, right arrow. It always checks to make sure that the player state is 1. This will allow us to say, well, no, you're in player state 2. We need to reference, move underscore handgun or idle underscore handgun. not move underscore flashlight. No, we need to make sure, because to change the state, you have to either press one number key or two number key, and so on and so forth, since there's going to be a couple other guns. So all these are movement, and they reference a player state, which is a global number. Okay, so player state control number pad. Again, I'm going to add more to these. So 1, 2, this is his flashlight. This is going to be the handgun, and he's going to have a couple other guns too. So some more player stuff. So I'm labeling all this stuff for you guys. On collision with sprite 4, the handgun, the player is moved to player state 2. So you pick it up. Oh, cool, I have found a handgun. Oh wait, it has no ammo. I'm now going to revert back to we call it a player state 1, where I can hit stuff. So on left button clicked, it's going to, okay, so on left button clicked, if player state is 2, he's now going to shoot the handgun. So it's saying, okay, he's clicked it, but click references a lot of action stuff. Okay, let's see what he's referencing. Currently, we're on player state 1, so I'm not going to reference or play the animation shoot underscore handgun. I'm going to reference idle melee or something like that. So if it is player state 2, he's now going to shoot the handgun. Also, we're going to later add on to that every time for every click. If it's player state 2 and the animation is shoot handgun, it's going to be -1 on ammunition. This is when we start getting into our basically our items. So in this section of the tutorial, we're just dealing with the player. On the next section is going to be collecting items, our backpack, UI that we can pull up to see how much ammo we have and everything. Okay. Oops. Okay, so if not moving, set animation to idle handgun if it's player state 2, and if the direction is also not moving and the player state is 1, we're going to reference idle flashlight. If it's player state 1, on start of layout, we're going to set our player state to 1, so it's not deciding, hey, what do you want us to be? At that point, you don't have a gun or anything, you just have a flashlight, so you're going to auto default to player state 1. Okay, so now we're moving on to the up arrow press player state 2. So basically copying everything up above and saying, hey, if it's player state 2, we're going to move with the handgun. We're going to basically do everything now with the handgun if it's player state 2. So remember, it's always referencing the number. It's always checking to say, hey, is it 1 or 2? Or in this case, it's going to be 3, 4, and 5. Which number am I on? And what animation at that point am I going to default to? Weapon collision disappear. So on collision with sprite 4, destroy. On collision with sprite 4, you could actually move that up here, which we can actually do right now. We're just dragging the destroy animation and it's popping it right up there because we don't need it anymore. Okay, makes stuff a little bit more slimline. Okay, so that's everything for now. So I'm going to do the rest of the animations. There's handguns, there's a shotgun, I think there's a rifle. So I'm going to finish all those and then I'm going to do a video on that so I can show you guys how everything works. And then we're going to move on to our inventory to where we can pick up bullets, items, drop items, pick up items, and then after that we're going to work on our kind of a part 2 to our inventory is actually building stuff. So certain items you can build, certain other items that you can't. So again, like you can make an explosive, you can put bullets in it, or you can put nails in it, or shrapnel, which is just junk, to build explosive bombs and everything. And then we're going to work on our final part, which is our enemy, and see how they react to the player, and the level of AI and the type of enemy. So again, thanks for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.